Hi, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces. How are you? It is B, and I am back. Welcome to my channel, Psychic Sounds by B. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to take a moment and thank all of my subscribers for all of your wonderful support. I have only had my YouTube channel up for about 2.5 months, and I already have over 6,000 subscribers. So I just want to give a big shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for your likes and your shares and the beautiful comments that you leave. They mean the world to me, so thank you. For those of you that haven't subscribed, if you would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate that. If you don't want to, well then that is your choice. As all of you know, I've got my lucky hat on. So the majority of the videos that you see me in, I'm going to be wearing this hat. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get started. Pisces. We have a lot of planetary movements, shifts that are happening, and they are going to affect all Pisces immensely. So get ready. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, Pisces. First of all, I guess I have to mention that this is for the June 2015 reading, and it comprises both astrological aspects as well as a tarot reading at the end to see if universe has anything else to add. The time frame for the reading is from May 22nd to June 21st, and the reason why this is because the sun ingresses into Gemini on the 22nd. So that's when the shift happens. So that's what I like to focus on. You can consider this a June 2015 reading, but it is for the energies that express themselves during this Gemini cycle. Okay? So what do we have going on? Well, the sun, Pisces, is in your 4th house. It's in Gemini. There are several other planets in Gemini as well. Mercury is in Gemini and Mars is in Gemini. What does this mean to you? The 4th house is about your core, who you are on a deep level. Okay? It's not your identity that you throw out into the world. It's what you are. It's how you express who you are to yourself. Okay? It's your conviction. It's your root. It's how you were brought up. And it's how these particular energies affect you as you grow older. Okay? It's also the physical home and the physical environment of your home. So with the sun here, you are going to have a lot of attention on your home. You may be renovating. You may be moving. You may be refinancing. It could be any of those things. Okay? So this is where your focus is at. Mercury retrograde is affecting this house. So it is very, very important that you pay attention and check, and recheck all the details as it relates to your home or any contracts that you're signing, because there might be something that gets missed in the details. So be aware of that. Because you have Mars also in your 4th house, which is lending its passion and its aggression. It's like you want to get this done, and you may breeze over some details. I would highly recommend you do not do this and you do not sign any contracts until the 18th, 19th, or the 20th of June. Now, why is this? Because when Mercury goes direct on the 11th, it needs some time to pick up some speed, get his tennis shoes on, and get moving, and you know, get some distance, and he'll be working at full speed right around the 18th, 19th, and the 20th of June. So make sure you don't make any decisions until that time if you can. And also, when Mercury goes retrograde, it brings things to light. Okay, anytime a planet goes retrograde, like Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, it brings things to light. It brings the truth out. It brings reality out. Okay, so just be aware of that. You might be getting information from some areas that have to do with this 4th house and these 4th house matters that's not clear, that's confusing, or is misinformation. So you might want to put a check on that before you make any major decisions. Also, with Mars in this 4th house, there could be a lot of aggression around home matters. There could be aggression in the family. There could be fights. There could be, misunderstandings. This is what Mars does. Mars lends aggression. So please just be aware of this and try to draw back before you unleash on everyone in your home environment. As it relates to your core values and who you are at a core level and how you respect yourself, you are going to also be very passionate and aggressive about this. It is okay to stand your ground, but do so with love and light in your heart, and try to be very diplomatic. The other thing we have going on is that Venus is currently in your 5th house until the 4th of June. So some of the Pisces out there are experiencing wonderful love and wonderful light as it relates to romance, children, and creativity. So that is just beautiful. Venus gives this air of just, love for everyone. And if anybody loves that type of a vibe, Pisces loves that type of a vibe. Then on the 5th forward, Venus is going into your 6th house. The 6th house is about healing, health. The 6th house is about errands, the everyday, the workaday activities, the basically short distance travel or traveling to do your errands. I mean, this is all part of the 6th house. And with Venus here, Venus is going to be lending the love, the compassion, the understanding, the beauty that is in your 6th house, which is, if you work, you are going to be feeling welcomed at work. People are going to want to be around you at work. They're going to want your advice at work. When you do your errands, you are going to be given luck as it relates to your everyday errands. You are also probably going to want to watch out for overindulgence as it relates to the 6th house matters. So just be aware that when Venus graces your 6th house, you may want to eat a little bit too much, drink a little bit too much. You might pack on a few pounds. So just be aware of that type of energy that's surrounding you at this present point in time. The other thing we have going on is that Saturn is currently in your 10th house. Now Saturn is revisiting this 10th house because it did go forward in this 10th house. So now it's going back. 10th house is all about status and career. So for those of you that work or you are embarking on a career, this Saturn retrograde is giving you a second chance to restabilize and restructure this area of your life. It also has to do with status. So some of you may be going from married status to single status, and some of you may be going from single status to married status. So when and again, Saturn has already been through this particular area of the house. So when it goes back through, then you have an ability to restructure and restabilize so everything works for everyone involved, and you can move forward, with these structures in place so that it serves you and everyone around you. Now, the second half of June, Saturn is going to be going retrograde in your 9th house. The 9th house is all about law, legal, contracts, education, spirituality, foreign people, foreign places. So the second half of June, you are going to be revisiting these areas to restructure and to stabilize. So for example, if there is any business that you are doing overseas, you have a second chance to restabilize a contract or restructure a contract overseas with foreign people. If you are, for example, say you are, Chinese, and you are dating somebody that's from the UK, okay, you have this foreign connection, obviously, because they are foreign to you. And with Saturn going retrograde in this area, it gives you an opportunity to restabilize and restructure your bond with this person. Spirituality, the same thing. You are restructuring and restabilizing your view on spirituality. Education, some of you might be going back to school or at least considering it. Okay, so that might be what's happening. The second half of June, when he retrogrades back into the 9th house, you could be looking at contracts. You could be looking at decrees. You could be looking at marriage decrees. You could be looking at divorce decrees. Whatever it is, you are going to be looking at these and you are going to be putting your name on it. I mean, this is how Saturn operates. It wants structure and it wants stability and it wants commitment. Are you in or are you out? That is what Saturn wants. Now, what else do we have going on? The new moon is taking place on the 17th or the 18th, depending upon where you live in the world. I am doing this recording on the 17th here in the US. So the new moon is happening tonight for us in the US, and for the rest of you, it will be happening on the 18th, give or take. So where is this new moon for you? The new moon for you is in your 3rd house of communications. So if you've been having a hard time communicating, or you've been having a hard time telling somebody how you feel, or what you would like to accomplish, or where you would like to go with something, whether it be a relationship, whether it be at work, whether it be with your children, wherever this is at, the new moon is lending you intention support. So you can light a candle, or you can go out into nature or be surrounded by beautiful, serene area, and you can tell the universe what it is that you want to manifest within the next, 1 month to a year. Okay, and this is when the manifestations start, because new moon intentions are seeds that get set. And these seeds grow, but the universe needs your effort and your co-creation to make it all manifest. So that is what is very important. For example, if you want to manifest having better communication with your spouse and you don't do anything to create that better communication, and all you do is bicker back and forth, then the new moon intention is not going to help you. You have to take a step back, be a little bit more diplomatic, and give your message to your spouse in a manner that does not accuse them of anything, nor does it put them on a defensive. So that just might be a way that it manifests for you. So then we have the full moon on the 2nd or the 3rd of June, depending upon where you are in the world. This full moon is going to be emotional full moon, and it is also, and all full moons are emotional, but with this, it is in Sagittarian, and Sagittarius is a very optimistic sign, kind of like a get her done type of sign. So I'm seeing a lot of good things come out of this, and this is in your 10th house of status. Excuse me, status and career. So for you, this could be you, and this means there's a culmination, there's a climax, or there's an ending. And it could have, all of it could be happening. We don't, it's your specific situation on how these energies manifest for you. But in this particular case, you may be ending a career and starting a new career. You may get a response from a job that you applied for, and you are now going from a unemployed status to an employed status. Okay, it could be an ending. You could have a job and you may end the job, or you may get let go, or however that may manifest for you. This is also status. So you could go from single status to married status, from married status to single status, from dating status to exclusive status, like you're a couple now. Those types of things. As it relates to work, you may have an employer that has been eyeing you from afar, maybe in your organization, and they're looking at you and what you bring to the table, and they're saying, I want that person. There is no competition. It is them. I want that Pisces. That is what could manifest with this particular full moon. Now, with all of this going on, our ruler Neptune is going to be going retrograde on the 12th of June. When Neptune goes retrograde, the rose-colored glasses come off, reality kicks in, and many Pisces are going to be faced with a large dose of reality. Pisces generally have a very optimistic view of everything. Now sometimes you can have a Pisces that's in a very depressive state, and they just feel like they'd rather be hit by a truck. I mean, and I know that that's being pretty bold and pretty aggressive, but there are times when Pisces get so low that they're just absolute train wrecks, and they would rather die than go through, reality, because they like living in their, little fantasy world, So in this particular case, when Neptune goes retrograde on the 12th, there is going to be a time where Neptune stations. That is going to be from the 6th to the 11th. The truth will be revealed. Mercury at this time is also going retrograde. Mercury causes miscommunication, misinformation. You get a text you shouldn't have gotten. You got an email that you shouldn't have gotten. You send an email that you shouldn't have sent to someone who wasn't supposed to receive it. Okay? This is what happens. So you've got this window of time, and this is no coincidence. So you've got this Neptune between the 6th and the 11th revealing reality to you. And it may knock your socks off. It could be for the positive. It may not be for the positive. It just depends on how the energies are resonating with you and what your perception of those realities are. Okay? You will also be getting a very heightened sense of intuition and psychic ability. You are already psychic, most of you, and the others of you have, at a minimum, extremely accurate intuition. When Neptune goes retrograde, it's like that times 10. Okay? So pay attention to your intuition. This is very, very important. Take your power back. You've been doing this for the past 2 or 3 months. You've been taking your power back. You've been a Pisces that's no longer going to get stepped on, abused, taken advantage of. You're no longer saying, oh, I know you're busy, it's okay, you've canceled on me for the 5th time, or I know I didn't get a text from you and I'll take your excuses, that type of thing. It is time to surround yourself with people that support you, not people that drag you down, and not people that you constantly give your love, your caring, and your kindness to who do not reciprocate. Okay? That is what this energy is about. It has been bolstering Pisces so that it can prepare you for your new life. Okay? Now, with that said, don't make any decisions regarding relationships, children, creativity, romance, moves, house matters, those types of things, until the 18th, 19th, or the 20th of June. At that time, you will have all the facts. You can sign off on that contract. You can sign off on that divorce decree. You can sign off on that marriage decree. Whatever it is that, is contract related, that is the time that you can then sign off on it and move forward. Okay, Pisces, let's go ahead and let's get into the reading. Okay, I'm going to pull 4 cards from the Rider-Waite deck, and the first card is going to be for general energies, the second card is going to be for work and finance, the third card is going to be for romance, love life, and relationships, and those relationships can be at work. The fourth card is for health and wellness. And again, when these cards come out, there may be stories. So I will combine all the cards to create a story for you. And then I will pull 2 cards from the Spiritual Crystal Ally deck. The first card will be for spiritual advice, and the second card will be for a challenge that you need to overcome in order to embrace your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, and your goals as it relates to your specific situation. Okay, Pisces, what's going on? General energies for Pisces, June 2015. General energies, Pisces, June 2015. General energies, Pisces. Oh, this one wanted to come out. Work and finance, Pisces, work and finance. This one wants to come out. Love life, relationships. Love life, relationships. Love life, relationships. This one didn't want to leave my hand. Health and well-being. Health and well-being, Pisces, June 2015. Health and well-being, Pisces, June 2015. Health and well-being, that one didn't want to leave my hand either. Spiritual advice for Pisces. Whoop, this one wants to come out. The challenge for Pisces. No. No. Challenge, this one. Okay, Pisces, what are your general energies for the month of June 2015? Specifically, the energies as it relates to the Gemini cycle from May 22nd to June 21st. Pisces, you have the Page of Cups. The pages always represent messages. You will be getting a message of love. Now, this message of love is going to be somewhat naive and immature. You know, you might have somebody that's coming into your life right now that this person could be a friend. This person may have a hard time expressing their emotions. And it's interesting that, you know, this person, and there's a fish, you know, in this particular cup, you know, and you're kind of like the fish, and they're holding you here. Okay, so they're kind of admiring you from afar. So this particular person could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer, or they could have Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer very prevalent in their birth chart. But you are getting a message of love. You are getting a message of help and assistance and support. So this is a beautiful, beautiful card for you to get for the month of June 2015, Pisces. So what do we have with work and finance? Again, a beautiful card, Pisces, work and finance. You've got the King of Cups. This could be a male, this could be a female that is very masculine and in charge, or this could be a male. This could be a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces. This person, you know, this could actually be, you know, this person. So it might be a very mature, you know, water sign, or somebody with a lot of water in their birth chart, but they don't know how to express their love for you. So it kind of comes off a little bit immature. So that could be what's happening here. So this particular person, as far as work and finance, you may be getting approached from this Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio person to have a job offer. They are going to give you a job offer. Again, this is some type of message of support and assistance. So this person may be in charge of a department or in charge of an organization or whatever, and they're coming to you and they're saying, you know what, I want you, I only want you, I love your creativity, there is no competition, you're in. Okay, this is how this could work. You know, this could work whether or not you're employed. You could have an employer right now, and there could be somebody in another department that approaches you and says, I'm ready for you to come over to our department because I see your talents and they're just being wasted where you're at. Okay, this could be for those of you that are looking for a job. This could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces extending a job offer to you. This could be an HR person. This could be the person that owns the company themselves. So it's looking really good for your finances. Now, as it relates, or for your work, as it relates for you know, your finances. For those of you that are currently investing, you might come across a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio that can help you to invest. But there might be a little bit of a turbulent type of situation happening here. So, you know, there might be turbulence around money for whatever reason. So for those Pisces out there that are looking for ways to invest, or they're looking at how much money they have in their bank account, there might be some tumultuous situations around money. You may not know kind of like where you stand, or you're waiting for this message as it relates to money. So the message is coming, but you know, it's possible that when you get this message, you may not be extremely satisfied with what you're being given or what you're being told, and it's causing some internal emotions for you, and you feel like maybe you're not really sure. But that's just for some Pisces out there. For other Pisces that are pretty stable, in their finances, and you have this Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer that's coming in, and they're going to help you, and you might be put into a situation where you're in like a high risk yield. So you might be a little bit apprehensive about moving forward with this type of high risk investment. The thing is that I would just gather your information, gather your facts right now, and then don't make a move until after the 18th, 19th, or the 20th of June. So that's how this might be playing out. For those of you that are not being approached by somebody at work for a potential promotion or move, this could just be you pretty much in charge and being very creative in whatever field you are in at the present time. And you are looked at like a king. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, love life and relationship life, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, you have the Chariot. All right. Basically what this is that you are pretty much victorious. Okay. You're pretty much bowling everybody over. You want to be cautious of this because you don't want to step on anybody's toes. This is the sign of Cancer. Okay, so this goes back to these water signs, giving you a declaration of love and kindness and support. This is a Cancer card, so this could be a Cancer that is literally just coming in and bowling you over with this expression of love and kindness and fidelity. I mean, this is just excellent. Now, for those of you in a situation where you feel like it's a little bit tumultuous, or because we've got both of these cards here, but this King of Cups, you see these emotions are kind of tumultuous in the background with this water. And the King of Cups generally don't wear their heart on their sleeves. Sometimes they do, but they tend to be a little bit emotionally aloof. They tend to just kind of show up, in your life, and they don't show a lot of emotions. They're more practical people. So they might be showing their love through practical means. Again, the other thing that we have to look at here is that we need to look at, potential travel. So some Pisces out there, and this with the Chariot card is about travel, it's about vehicles. So, your significant other might be gifting you with a vehicle, okay? They might be buying you a new vehicle. You might be moving someplace, and what I'm getting from this is that you might be moving to a place that is near water. You might be moving to the West Coast or the East Coast, if you are single, or if you are potentially, I don't know, maybe if you are, ending a relationship, you are getting a divorce, maybe you are moving. You are moving, you're not looking back. You're moving to the East Coast, or you're moving to the West Coast. You're moving in some direction that brings you closer to water, but yet that is away from, this potential person like running over you, in your relationship. If you are leaving a relationship, this might be you in your new car, or you in a car, and you are just bolting out of there. The other thing that I see with this card potentially is we have the two sphinxes down here, okay? And Sphinx always represents, well, Egypt, okay? So some of you might even be going to Cairo. I don't know. This is just what I'm picking up. For others, not like all Pisces are going to pick up and move to Cairo or wherever, but the Sphinxes denote that you are focused, but there is some type of push and pull. So Pisces, you have to somehow rein in your emotions, and this might be you. Okay, Pisces, this could be you, and you're being emotional about a situation right now. You may need to rein in your emotions, okay? And you may need to be very diplomatic, you know, especially with Mercury going retrograde. So with Mercury going retrograde and Neptune about to go retrograde, when you get hit with this reality, like this reality check about who is on your side and who is not on your side, you may want to embrace the ideology or the I don't want to say like theology, philosophy of that which is the Sphinx, okay? So in this particular case, if you have somebody coming up to you and asking you a question about personal matters, you know what you do? Fire off another question. You know, that's what a Sphinx does. A Sphinx never openly answers a question. They walk around a question and then they fire back another question, so that, you know, they get to the core, they get to the answer that it is they need to get to. Alternatively, somebody in your relationship could be doing this to you, okay? So this may be how this manifests for you. Also, you see here, there's this like red cross here. So there might be something with the red cross. There might be something with hospitals that it relates to the person that you're seeing, or, you know, the person that you're interested in, or the person that you're married to, whether that be a successful marriage or whether that be a marriage that, you know, you guys are getting a divorce. Now, please understand, I have to account, because this is a general reading, I have to account for all of those that are going through different stages of their life. And that is why I talk about, you know, potential divorce, potential, you know, marriages on the horizon, singles, students, those types of things. So here, for example, as it relates to relationships, there might be somebody, you know, for example, because relationships are also work relationships, this particular Cancer or this particular water sign at work, you know, you might work at a hospital, and this Cancer, and it's probably a Cancer because this is the Cancer card. Okay, so it's probably a Cancer that that you work with potentially at a hospital, and they are about to approach you with a job offer, and they want you to move quick. I mean, they're going to come out of the clear blue sky, and they're going to bowl you over with this particular proposal, and you know, you're going to want to have to make a decision. So you're going to be asking yourself questions, kind of like the Sphinx. Do I want to do this? Well, why would you want to do it? You know the answer. Are you sure I know the answer? Those types of things. So you are really going to have to embrace your spirituality and your insightfulness and your intuition to be able to make this particular decision. Okay? For those of you that are in a happy, beautiful, committed marriage without any problems, everybody has problems, don't get me wrong, but for those of you in a really stable bond, you know, again, you might be getting a new car, you might be investing, you know, in a boat. You know, some of you with this water card as your finances, you might be actually buying a boat. You know, you might be buying something that has to do with transportation on water. Okay, you might be traveling across water. This is something that definitely could manifest for you. So, you know, as a couple, so you may be traveling over water together. The thing is that you just need to be really diplomatic about it, and you need to steer these two Sphinxes in the same direction. So make sure that you and your honey are on the same page. You know, and for others of you that are getting, you know, like this declaration of love potentially from this Cancer person, or from this other water sign person, or somebody that has a lot of water in their chart, this declaration of love will knock your socks off. And this is where you get that reality check between the 5th and the 11th, or the 6th and the 11th of June. So what do we have going on with health? This is beautiful, Pisces. It's so beautiful. Now the 10 is about completions. Okay, so for those of you embarking on going from a married status to a single status through a separation or a divorce, you are completing a cycle. You are moving on. You're getting in your chariot. You're getting in your car, your new car, or the car that you got in the divorce or whatever. You're packing your bags and you are going to a place that has, you know, that's surrounded by water, and you know, where you feel absolutely content and serene, and you feel loved. You may even be moving closer to family. I'm hearing some of you moving closer to family, so that is awesome. And this is going to bolster, because of all this support, it is going to bolster your health. It is going, because you're moving away from the tumultuous waters, okay, of this relationship that may have not worked, and now you're stabilizing, you know, your relationship with your family. You finally have things figured out. You finally have things restructured so that everybody wins. And this is just beautiful, Pisces. For those of you, Pisces, that are like, you know, in a committed bond, you know, your family is supporting you 100%. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. For those of you that are not in a relationship right now, you have got so much support and so much beautiful energy coming in. You know, I don't know a better way to describe it. You know, as far as health goes, you may be embarking on a health regime with your family, maybe with a sister or a brother. Maybe you guys are going to strap on your running shoes and you're going to go running, or you're going to go walking, or a cousin. Or this could also be, there's a massive amount of family reunions happening here in June. That's not unlikely. And this will kind of give you a new lease on life, because you're surrounded by all these people that support you. So this is just wonderful. For those of you that have been struggling with a potential health issue, you are going to have completion with this health issue. You are going to get rid of it. You are going to have support from your family. You are potentially going to get some type of inside information from your family that give you some information for you to make a decision as it relates to what type of procedure or what type of health regime you should consider. So you may have somebody in your family, you know, that's a physician, that or a friend that's a physician, that can recommend a way to handle whatever it is that you've been dealing with. And by doing so, you find that light at the end of the tunnel, and you are absolutely celebrating with everyone. Now, for another side of it, because you have all of these water cards, okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get them all in here. You've got all these water cards, and you've got the 10 of Cups. As far as health goes, there might be some of you that are overindulging, especially with that Venus moving into your 6th house on the 5th. You might be overindulging in alcohol. You might be, I mean, you've got all these cups here. So I have to give an honorable mention to those of you that might be overindulging. I would definitely recommend that if you are out celebrating and having a good time with whatever completion, because it's a 10, whatever completion has happened in your life that you are now celebrating, that you don't pop into your car and drink and drive while under the influence. Get a cab, okay? That is the only thing that I can tell you as it relates, you know, to the potentials with Venus going into your 6th house after the 5th, and the fact that you have all these cup cards. So I have to make mention of that. And additionally, with all these cup and water cards, there might be some of you out there that are considering like a fruit juice detox. You might be drinking more water, and that would be highly recommended. Again, I am not a physician, but this is just something that's coming out in the cards, so take it whichever way you wish. Okay, what is your spiritual advice, Pisces, for June of 2015? Pisces, you always get this card. I just love this card for you. It's magic. And I go back to the Olivia Newton-John song, Magic. You have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. Pisces, when Neptune goes retrograde and it takes those rose-colored glasses off and you are faced with reality, you are going to create magic because you are going to be armed with practical knowledge to move forward on all of your endeavors and all of your goals and your wishes and your dreams. Embrace the magic. Embrace your higher self. This is beautiful. This is what you need to do. This is just great. Okay? Now, what is your challenge for June of 2015? Pisces, your challenge is growth. I am going to approach this from the perspective of each individual situation as best I can. For those Pisces out there that are embarking on a new job, you are embarking on a new career avenue, do not be afraid of making the move. Go for it. Embrace your own magic. Don't be afraid of growing and becoming the amazing person that you can be. For those of you that are embarking on a new life because you are now separating from a potential marriage or from a potential separation, do not be afraid of going out there on your own and making your mark in the world, embracing your magic the entire time. Do not be afraid to grow. Do not be afraid, to look, in your bank account and see that, what, I need to invest my money better, so I want to grow my investment. I want to grow my money. I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a better job because I am being approached by someone who sees a value in what I bring to the table. Do not be afraid of leaving that which you have known for almost your entire life and striking out on your own. It will help you grow. For those of you that are in a committed and established bond, this is absolutely beautiful. You might be growing your family. So for those of you that are celebrating here with family, you might be celebrating a new birth. Okay, because you do have a lot of water cards, and every time, some of the messages that come out with water cards are like, the way a baby is when it is developing, it is surrounded by water, and you are definitely surrounded by water. So this is something that may be happening with you, so you might be growing your family. So that's just beautiful. For those of you that are simply not in a relationship, or those of you that, are students or are, younger and you're not interested in a relationship, don't be afraid to embrace those creative talents that you have and embark on a new road, focused and ready on this new road, so that you can grow yourself in a different way. Because what you are going to see when you embrace this growth is you are going to have people come out of the woodwork that want to be by your side. Okay? So, there we go. Do not be afraid to embark on this new path. You have people around you that absolutely love you, and they will support you. If there is something that you are breaking away from, or you need to break away from, and this might be, this Chariot card, you may be bolting out of somewhere because you feel like it's just too emotionally tumultuous for you. Do not be afraid to let that grow. Let your magic, let your light shine, so that you can grow as an individual and you can grow the light that exists within you. Okay, Pisces, there we go. There is your reading for June of 2015. I hope it helped you out in some way. The reading is a little bit longer because of all of the planetary switches and changes and energetic changes that are happening and how they may affect you. So there it is. Now, before I go, I would like to leave with the saying that I have asked viewers to provide me in their language. Now, the saying I would like to send to you is in English, I bow to the divine light within your soul. And one of the viewers responded, actually many of you responded, but I had to pick one out randomly to say here to all of you in this specific language. And Batanya Abid, or Batana Abid, sent me how to say this phrase in Arabic. So thank you so much, Batanya, for sending that to me. And I will do my best not to butcher it. So here it goes. Ana and Hani Ila Anur al Ilahi al Kamin fi Ruhika. So if any of you guys out there know Arabic, let me know how close I was or how far I was from the mark. It will be interesting to see these comments. I'm curious your thoughts. So anyway, Pisces, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Again, if you would like a reading with me, a personalized reading with me, you can go to www.psychicsoundsbyb.com and you can schedule a reading there. Just follow the instructions. Okay, again, this is for rising, moon, and sun Pisces. I wish you so much love, so much luck as we work through these energies through June, and I believe we are going to be hitting some pretty, smooth sailing come the second half of June. You will be armed with the information you need to move forward. Okay? Take care, Pisces. I'll see you later. Namaste.